Okay, hey, it's Evan. I'm a trans guy from the UK, and on the 6th of July this year, I flew to Bangkok, Thailand, and had ALT Phalloplasty at Kamol Hospital. One of the main things I've been asked since I've been home is how much did it cost and how did I organise all of this. So yeah, this is that video, and then after this I'm going to be making a lot more videos about things I've been asked about and just general advice and information about phalloplasty and going abroad for it. Including like sensation, pain, just my experience in general. So if you're watching this because you genuinely want to like budget for yourself, then I would suggest like making some notes of the prices I'm giving and considering like if that's something you want to get or not, because there are some things like the flights out there that I paid for 2 people because I had a companion come with me. You might be going alone, or you might have more people going with you. Also, like, I opted to have like the lounge in the airport, and you might think like, no, I don't need that. I did get it on offer, but yeah. And so yeah, this is just what I personally spent. It's not me saying like this is the best way to do it, this is how you do it, but it'll be a really good video to give you some information if you have like absolutely no clue and don't know where to start. My insurance too, I got that to cover 2 people including my companion, so you might want to like keep these things in mind and write down like what you want, what you don't want, and then the price with that in mind. So first of all, I kicked everything off by just emailing the hospital like through the link on their website, which I think a lot of people are scared to do, are scared to like get in touch with hospitals and get information from them. But if you just email and say like what you're interested in, you want info about this, you want prices on this, like just from reaching out, there's no obligation for you to go with them. You can email like multiple hospitals, just get that information you need. Don't be like scared about it. A lot of hospitals as well, they'll email you, but they can also like communicate with you through WhatsApp, which is what ended up happening with me at first. Like we emailed a few times, but then they had staff whose like job it is to communicate with the patients and future patients, and we ended up communicating by WhatsApp, and I was like asking questions through that and everything. But yeah, they asked for like some information, had like some forms to fill out. Also, because I'm getting, I've already got phalloplasty from my leg, I also had to send a video like pinching my leg to show how much fat I had, because it sort of shows if you're a good candidate or not. Obviously they also looked at it in my consultation once I was over there, but just as a starting point I sent the video to show how much fat I had on my leg. But yeah, the main question, how much money did I pay to Kamol Hospital? So this is just what I paid the hospital, and then after that I'll talk about flights and everything like that. So first of all, there was the deposit, which I'll put on screen like it in Thai baht and then in British pounds, but it was £1,440 and 72 pence, and I paid this before I flew to Thailand to secure my date. I don't know how quickly they could have fitted me in because I wanted it done in the summer, so it was quite a few months before that I sorted all that out. And I paid this deposit by going into my bank in person and paying by wire transfer. And the rest of the balance, which I'll put on screen as well, but that was £13,011.22 in British money. I paid this once I was already there and had my consultation, and that was all a success, which was a few days before my actual surgery. So altogether, the rest of the balance and the deposit, that was £14,451.94. But yeah, so what does this include? So that was for my ALT phalloplasty stage 1, including the nerve hookup, but I did not get a urethral lengthening or vaginectomy or anything else at that point. That was just like the phallus creation and the nerve hookup, and the Glansplasty, which they were going to see if they could do it in the same stage, but actually ended up having it 2 weeks later, but in the same trip. That was all covered under the same price. Both times I was put out under anaesthetic. All that was included, all the pain meds, anti-sickness meds, everything like that. All the laboratory tests, like I had a chest x-ray, ECG, pre-administration, COVID test, HIV test, everything like that. It also included my hotel accommodation, which was for 2 people for 21 nights. I had 3 meals a day when I was in the hospital, and then once I was in the hospital's hotel, which is like a few doors along, just like a short walk up the road, then I had 1 free meal a day. Yeah, like I said, they also had a hotel which is not directly next door but just up the road, and you get a driver that drives you for free, like back and forth, and picks you up from the airport or drops you back off afterwards at the airport. Because my friend ended up not staying in the hospital hotel, I actually didn't check in or use the room at all until I came out of the hospital at 14 days post-op. So they actually got in touch with me and said they wanted to give me a refund, which is really good. Like, I didn't even have to reach out to them. And so they gave me a refund of, or like I should be getting that any day now, of £543.62. So if we like keep that in mind and take that off the price, altogether I paid Kamol Hospital £13,908.32, which includes the hotel stay that I did use, but not the hotel stay that I didn't use and they refunded me for. But the short answer, how much did I pay Kamol Hospital? Just under 14 grand. As well as that, I had to think about travel insurance. You can't just use normal travel insurance when you're having a really big, huge surgery like this, obviously. So you have to get medical travel insurance. I went with Medical Travel Shield, and I paid £949.51 in total, including the admin fee and tax. And this was for 2 people, including my companion, which ended up being really useful because she did end up having an accident and having to go to hospital and having a lot of treatment done. So definitely was worth paying for this. I can do another video about insurance in general, but I did have a really good experience with Medical Travel Shield and got the money back quite quick. Especially would have been worth it if something went wrong for me, but luckily it didn't. So for flights, I went with Eva Air, and I don't know if it's pronounced Eva Air or EVA, but in my head I say EVA. Again, I can do a whole video about that, but I did have a really good experience. Actually quite liked the plane food. And it was about 12 hours each way. It was a direct flight. We went from London Heathrow to Bangkok. So for 2 people, there and back, plus our baggage, a few months in advance, I bought the tickets. It was £1,460. Then also it was only £23 each extra to get the VIP lounge on the way there with unlimited food and drinks, which I thought was like worth it, so we went for that, which was £46 extra altogether. So we wanted to sit together on the plane as well because it was for 12 hours. So on the way there, that was 55 USD each, so 110 for both of us, which is £84.31. Don't know why they do it in USD when you go from England to Thailand, but yeah. And then on the way back, I thought I would need extra legroom seats because obviously I'm using my leg for the phalloplasty, so I didn't know how hard it would be to like sit down and everything, and I didn't want to be squashed. So yeah, I got extra legroom seats, which was $170 each, 340 altogether, which is £260.61. I did sit in the exit row, which went okay, but I didn't realise when I was booking it that if you're like injured in any way, you're not meant to sit in the exit row, because if something happens on the plane and all the flight attendants get knocked out or something crazy happens and they have a like emergency landing, it's up to you to open the exit row door. But luckily it went fine. I would suggest though maybe not getting the exit row seat, because if they had realised that I had something wrong with my leg, they might have made me move and then we wouldn't have had any choice, like they might have like separated us or anything, but it did go fine. So for the flights and the seat selection and the lounge and everything all together, I paid £1,850.92. So what I paid for the hospital, the insurance, the flights, the baggage, everything all together, taking into account the refund I got from the hospital hotel, that was £16,708.75. There are other things you might want to budget in for, including a Thai SIM card when you get over there. You can get them quite cheap when you're there. I bought one before I left because I was scared and I wanted one as soon as the plane landed, but apparently that was stupid and you can get them much cheaper over there. If you want a holiday beforehand, if you want to do any sightseeing and everything, food and spending money in hotels, all of that, I would suggest watching like YouTube videos of like people that are experienced travellers and can give you good advice on that, because I'm probably not the best person to be telling you how to budget for that. I haven't done much travelling in my life. Also taxis and everything, I'll put some examples on screen of how much taxis cost. using that a lot because in the hospital hotel you only get one meal a day, especially if you're on your own most of the time like I was. You might end up ordering food on Grab and then going down and getting it. That's groceries or like fast food and everything. But food in Thailand is pretty cheap, and there's 7-Eleven there too, which is like very popular and very cheap. I got a really cool travel pillow instead of the ones that go around your neck, like one that like blows up really easy, and then you can put your hands through it and put your head in it like that. So that was really useful. I really wish I'd got a longer foam wire for like the hospital bed, because it kept coming off and I kept having to ask the nurses to come and pass it me again, especially when I could hardly move. Battery pack. I used a Monzo debit card, so I could pay by card over there and get money out of the cash machines. Also probably get some cash converted before you go over there. And another thing that was recommended to me, and I still didn't do it for some reason, is that any medical supplies you're going to need once you're at home, just buy them in Thailand because it's so much cheaper over there. It ended up costing a lot once I got back here and needed to do my own bandages and dressings and everything. I like sent my mum to try and like find everything, and first of all it was hard to find what we needed, and then it just like cost loads. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any like specific questions, let me know. If you have any other videos you want me to make, let me know. It might be something that I'm planning on doing already, but especially if you have something more obscure or like you think I wouldn't have thought of it yet. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments, or you can message me on Instagram or anything. I have a whole Instagram account just about like my lower surgery. Most of my posts have been like story posts, but if you look through my story highlights, it's got like from all my time in Thailand, from leading up to the surgery to like the day of, a few days post-op, everything like that. Also, if you are from the UK and you're pre-lower surgery, you can check out my packers and prosthetics that I sell. I'll link the Instagram or the website to that, but that's only UK delivery, fast and free UK delivery. Keep them literally up there in my bedroom, post them out, Royal Mail. Saves like buying from abroad and waiting months and paying huge delivery fees. Yeah, I'm now going to make a video about my consultation and about actually like going in, going under, and waking up the day of my surgery. So yeah, subscribe and keep an eye out for those.